In this tutorial, we're going to calculate percentage decreases, and we're going to use a method called chunking. So we are going to be chunking as we solve these problems. Okay, let's move that out of the way. So let's have a go. The first one says to decrease $98.20 by 120%. So what we need to do is to break down this 120% into smaller chunks that we can deal with. So normally we would say something like, okay, 10% or 50%. In this case, certainly 100% is useful. So 100%, and that's going to be 98.2 because that's this bit here. That's 100% right there. And then let's go with 10%. 10% would be the next useful, most useful percent or chunk. And 10%, well, that's 100%. If I divide by 10, so 100 to 10%, I divide by 10. I just move the decimal point over here to 9.82. Okay, so I now have everything. Have everything I need to solve the problem. 100% is 98.2. 10% is 9.82. I need two 10% and 100%, and that will give me 120%. So let's just add them up. So 98.2 plus 9.82 plus 9.82. Add all of these numbers up. So we have 4. 8 plus 8 is 16, plus 2 is 18. We're up to the decimal point, so put it in. 9 plus 9, that's 18, plus 8 is 26, plus 1 is 27, and 2 plus 9 is 11. So 120% is equal to $117.84. So what I need to do now is I need to subtract that amount from $98.20. Now there's a few ways that you can move from this point. Essentially, what we have to do is say 98.20 minus 117.84. But you can see that you're going to end up with a negative number. And there's a few ways that you can do this calculation. I tend to do it like this. If I know that what I'm subtracting is greater than what I start with, and I'm going to end up in a negative number, I just turn the whole thing around and say, treat it like a normal subtraction where I start with a greater number and I take a smaller number away. So for example, I'll turn it around and make it look like this. Okay, so I'll do that and I'll explain what I'm doing. So 117.84 minus 98.20. Okay, I'm going to end up with a positive number, but I know I need a negative number. It should be negative. So I'm going to put a negative right in front of it now. And now whatever this turns out to be, as long as there's a negative in front of it, it will be the correct answer. So let's do that. 4 minus 0 is 4. 8 minus 2 is 6. Decimal point. 7 minus 8 can't happen, so borrow from here. 17 minus 8, well, that becomes 9. 0 minus 9 is not going to happen, so I borrow. 10 minus 9 is 1. So the answer, it's not 1964, it's minus. So it's minus, put the unit of measurement, $19.64. So that is the answer to number 1. Let's take a look at number 2. Number 2 is to decrease 98,750 by 52. So chunking comes in again. I think a good one to have would be 10%. So 10% of 98750. So divide by 10 would take me to decimal point here. So 10% is 9875. Okay, so from here, I can see I only really need 1%, and then I can move from there. So 1%, that would be dividing it by 100. So I go one more space, and 1% is 987.5. So I really have everything I need from here. So I've got a couple of options. I can multiply my 10% by 5 to get 50. So I can do that, or I can just add them up. What I might do is I might just multiply, make it a bit quicker. So 9, 8, 7, 5. And I just need to multiply by 5 because I need 5 tens to make 50. So multiply by 5. 5 5s are 25. That's 35, 36, 37. 5 8s are 40 plus 3, 43. And 5 9s, 45 plus 4, 49. So that's 50%. Okay, I need 2 more percent. So what I might do is I might just do this. I'll take 50% and write that down. So 4, 9, 3, 7, 5, and just add my extra 2%. So that's 2 lots of this. So I'll put my decimal point in here, and then I can go 0.5789. 0.5789. Okay, just add all these up and I'll get my 52%. So 5 and 5 is 10. Put my decimal point in. 7 and 7 is 14. Plus 6 is 20. 7 and 2 is 9. Plus 8 is 17. Plus 8 is 25. 2 and 3 is 5. Plus 9 is 14. Plus 9 is 23. 2 and 9 is 11, and 1 and 4 is 5. So 52%, I now know, equals 51,350. What do I need to do with that? I need to take it away from 98,750. So let's calculate that final calculation. So 98750 minus 51350. Do the calculation. This is 4, 7, and 4. And so the final answer becomes 47,400. And that's how you can solve these kinds of problems by using the chunking method. It takes a lot of work, and there are a lot of other ways that are a lot more efficient, but that is how you can use chunking to solve these problems.